Hi everyone, welcome to Frames2Pages channel. Have you ever stopped and thought about all decisions you have made and imagine all your outcomes for your particular decision? Do you ever think our choices matter? Once a decision is made, we must live with the consequences. But what if we could go back and experience the consequences of every choice of a decision? Today we are going to talk about a movie that can answer all our questions. The movie is Mr.Nobody. It is a 2009 science fiction drama film written and directed by Jaco Van Dormael. We have watched Christopher Nolan's mind-bending masterpieces like Inception, Interstellar. But Mr. Nobody is something else. It will really blow your mind in all its images, dreams, romance, and complexity. Throughout the film, audience will be constantly surprised and amazed. Simply, it looks like a philosophical science fiction film, but it's so much more than that. Probably you'd think that film would be a mess, but it's surprisingly cohesive, gripping, and even quite touching. And sure, some will find it confusing, but that's the part of the point. Mr. Nobody's memories seem confused and appearances might be deceiving, but it is truly a visual masterpiece. The main theme of the film is what might have happened if choices in our life had been different. So the movie starts in year 2092, where humanity has conquered mortality through the endless renewal of cells, and the world watches in fascination as the 118-year-old Nemo Nobody, the last mortal on Earth, edges towards death.
And who are you?
Nobody. Nemo Nobody. I'm Mr. Nobody. A man who doesn't exist.
Do you remember what the world was like before quasi-immortality?
One of the biggest decisions for Nemo comes when his parents get a divorce. He is faced with impossible choice of whether to stay with his dad or go with his mom. At this point in the movie, Nemo's life splits off into different realities. One reality where he stays with his father, and one where he boards the train and lives with his mother. Nemo lives out both of the lives where he experiences different things. His decisions arise multiple possibilities for his future in different timelines. Some things only being experienced depending on which parents he chooses to live with.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Did you stay with your father or go with your mother?
And he recounts his life at three primary points. At age 9, when his parents divorced. At age 15, when he fell in love. At age 34, as an adult. All three unfold into their many possible outcomes.
15. I'm 15. And I'm in love.
And Nemo explains that before birth, children remember everything that will happen in their lives. And at the moment of conception, the angels erase their memory. But however, they forget to erase Nemo's memory and allowing him to remember different possible futures for himself.
But the angels missed me.
No one knows the future.
But I can remember it.
You remember the past, not the future.
But me, I can.
In various time zones, he becomes a photographer, a TV personality, a pool cleaner. He marries Alice, Zine, and Anna. He gets killed in car accident, in spaceship, shot by gangster. He gets accident, and he won't get accident. He becomes rich, he will be in rags. So it appears that Nemo has different levels of happiness in each reality. But as it seems, no one reality has more meaning than the other. It does require a certain lifetime of experiences to relate, such as birth, love, marriage, children, separation, divorce, death, and life-changing choices. But nonetheless, it does make you deeply consider your own past decisions and future choices. Talking about era of time, director explained how Big Bang opened 3 spatial dimensions, which we can move freely any direction, and one temporal dimension which doesn't give such freedom. This is closely related to entropy in the universe.
Cannot go back. That's why it's hard to choose. You have to make the right choice. As long as you don't choose, everything remains possible.
Our choices are what determine who we are. Our choices set our lives in a certain direction and ultimately lead us to our present selves. This idea draws from the butterfly effect.
You want to know why I lost Anna? Because 2 months earlier, an unemployed Brazilian boiled an egg.
One decision leads to another, which then leads to another, and so on. This creates a struggle for humans to make difficult decisions because we cannot go back. That is why it is hard to choose. So knowing everything what will happen is just as paralyzing as not knowing what will happen. Every twist and turn in the movie is fabulous. It is a very typical film to describe as it does not follow a traditional narrative structure. But that's what makes it so unique and truly memorable. An experience that will stay with you long after you have seen it. While watching the film, you would be simply astonished by the originality, cinematography, acting, script, and soundtrack, and profoundly thought-provoking ideas. And the choice of songs and music was excellent and added a lot, especially in romantic parts. The production values are very high and would not look out of place in Hollywood blockbuster. But it is the mix of cinematography and music mingled with dramatic scenarios that make it truly memorable. Visually, it has an incredible number of different angles and viewpoints, all extremely well shot. What's amazing is that the brilliant transitions flow so well from one to another without being jarring.
You can't have been in one place and another at the same time.
You mean to say we have to make choices?
Of all those lives, which one is the right one?
Each of these lives is the right one. Every path is the right path. Everything could have been anything else, and it would have just as much meaning.
Mr.Nobody had its world premiere at the 66th Venice International Film Festival. And it received several awards like Golden Osella, Biografilm Lancia Award and 6 Magritte Awards. Since its original release, Mr.Nobody has become a cult film and noted for its philosophy, cinematography, personal characters and soundtrack. So overall, Mr.Nobody is a wonderful example of deep comprehension, self-awareness, time, and it is a masterpiece on many levels. So don't miss it.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him the world.